Another great day.
Yeah, we'll see. Another early day, that's for sure. That's got to be the worst thing about triathlon. All these early mornings. Every time you wake up, you're like, oh my god, why am I doing this again?
Did you get any sleep?
I slept okay. I mean, I had a hard time falling asleep. You always think about the upcoming day a little bit when you're. Very rarely do I just, fall asleep. You're pretty well rested anyway, so it's kind of hard to relax. So I had a few hours of twisting and turning before I finally settled in, but I slept. So and that's a big difference from last year. I know I didn't sleep at all last year. So yeah, I got a few hours in.
How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty relaxed. Feeling, I don't know. No need to get too excited. It's a long race. It's a long day to begin with, so just gotta try to stay as composed as possible. And 40 minutes to start. Just lay here for a while, gather some thoughts, and then start warming up, getting in the wetsuit, getting in the water. So, but yeah. It's too late to turn back right now.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I had a great swim. It was a beautiful day out there. The winds were good. There were no swells to talk about really. I kind of thought it was like a slow day out there. I don't know. Felt like the current kicked up a little bit as we closed up to Keahu. Maybe the last 2 miles were kind of slow. I swam with Rich Roll for the first 2Ks, after which he pulled away a bit. It felt like he wanted to swim a little bit faster, and he had a few minutes on me at one point. I think I caught a little bit of that back, but all in all, it was a beautiful swim. I mean, the swim is really the easiest, obviously the easiest part of this race. There are no uphills. It's cool, and I love being out there in the ocean, especially when the sun comes up over the mountains and the water turns all blue. So it's a beautiful, very serene and very sort of spiritual start to this race. It's always nice getting into a transition. That's one of the highlights of triathlon in general is when you can switch legs, and it's good to finish that 10K swim getting up. I felt a little bit woozy, a little bit unstable on my legs, but my crew helped me. We had a fast transition and then just headed off onto the bike. And the bike starts really hard. I mean, you're going uphill for a very long time, and in the beginning you have steep uphill. I mean, you're hitting 1,000 feet within the first few miles, and then it sort of continues to roll, flattens out a bit, but then it just keeps going up, and it's pretty hot too. I started very conservatively. I just held a steady cadence, put it in a very easy gear, and climbed up. Yeah, good transition. Yeah, swim over to the bike, no problems at all. This bike course, it's no joke. It is really hard. You don't realize it when you're in the car, but there's so many false flats. There are so many rolling hills, and if you're strong and have good winds, you can always try to keep a good momentum. But it's often the case that you're like 1 minute, 55 kilometers an hour going downhill, pushing the big gears, and then a minute later you're doing 15 kilometers an hour going uphill in your easiest gear, and that really takes a lot out of the legs. But I mean, it's hot, it's rolling. The first 60 miles is like that, then we came down down to sea level again, and that's when the real fun starts. Then you have that last climb. You're climbing about 3,800 feet in the last 25 miles or so, and I dreaded that part. I know last year it was so hard. We had such hard headwinds. This year it was a lot better. I probably went 3/4 of that climb in my big gear, big chainring. Last 5 miles though, so hard. It never ends. The thing I like though, it's getting cooler as you climb. I sweat so much, and it was nice to. Temperature went into the low 60s, and that's cool. But it's a tough day. I was tired in then for sure. Last year I was dead when I finished. This year I was slightly better, but it's still a hard day. That long swim, 10K, and that 90-mile bike ride. Oof, sure is special.
Swim, he's going to retain the fastest and the third fastest on that swim. Who's going to be the fastest? And day number 1, Jonas Colting from Sweden at 7:15. Brilliant job, well done.
Yeah, I don't think there will be a lot of action here for the rest of the day. I'm just gonna lay down here with my recovery special space age boots on, surfing the net, going maybe to have supper or something, but it'll be a slow night here. That's over and out from Volcano. Good night.